Hi, welcome back. It is the beginning of January. It's like the 4th, I think. And we are in a new year. I am out with my chickens. Quite literally, they're all having their breakfast. Lovely little critters. Provide plenty of eggs and everything, which is one of my main fuel sources, considering I have alpha-gal and chicken and eggs just happens to be something that we eat semi-frequently inside of my house. It's also like not even 40 degrees outside, so it's really freaking cold, and at least today I have a bit more consideration for what I'm wearing. Yesterday when I was out, I was in just a pair of shorts. Do not advise. It's too cold for that. But anyway, new year, which means resolutions and stuff like that. And I've never really been one to do like a New Year's resolution. Not ever something that's really ever crossed my mind. And looking back at like 2025, I've lost 80 pounds. Lost 80. Started at 290 in January last year, and I am down to like 210, anywhere between like 207 and 210, depending on like if I'm weighing myself after I've eaten or not, or if I had like a heavier dinner the night before, which sometimes that happens, and I need to anchor that back in place. That being out inside the chicken run is like one of my favorite places, because I love my Roo and his ladies. They're amazing little critters, and they're quirky. They have lots of personality. They're a lot of fun, and it's interesting to be around them and just see what shenanigans they're going to get into. But resolutions, right? And that's one thing to kind of take into consideration and stuff. So for 2026, for the first couple of months, I'm doing something called 75 Soft, which is basically this mental discipline exercise that focuses on building like a good eating habits, or building on them if you're already in the process of working on it. Drinking plenty of water, which I suck at just horribly. If you peck me, we will have issues, my dude. And what did I say? He pecked me. Well, technically he's just pulling on my shirt and stuff. That's what he does. He's a nice little fellow. But I'm not very good at drinking water or anything. And so one of the things that I really want to do is focus on like honing back in my water and stuff. And then it's reading like 10 pages of any type of book. And so I basically go 10 pages to like a chapter. Hello, my dear. Hello. Yes, thank you. And so I'm also like working on reading Stephen King's Fairy Tale. And I haven't really read any of his books, so it's going to be an interesting endeavor. Exercising 45 minutes every single day, which I get a lot of my exercise by coming out here to see my chickens. Hi, baby. Hello. Hello, sweetie. Ah! You're on my arm. Yeah, you're on my arm, my girl. You're on my arm. Yeah, she thinks my arm's a perch. I'm gonna... And I'm back. Quite literally. She's balancing on my arm. But, yeah. So, also like 45 minutes of exercise every day, and doing something for like self-care, which for me largely will consist of trying to find like little things to do throughout the day. So like reading, journaling, prayer, figuring out like better ways to get my nutrition needs for my medication I take at night. That's for my bipolar 2. It helps with mood disorders, which I keep moving things around. And I am definitely a chicken lady. But so that's like one of the things I'm kind of like planning on. And doing 75 Soft. Are you gonna jump on me as well? I hope not. You usually don't jump on me. You're a cinnamon queen. You're usually pretty well mannered, or lack of mannered. They're feral. But another thing is I was looking at the numbers for last year on like my weight loss. There was a lot of times where I thought I was going through like a plateau where I wasn't losing as much weight as I would have liked. And or I thought I wasn't like losing any weight for like periods of weeks, and doing the math and everything, I was losing like roughly on average like 8 pounds every single month. So like on average, like for the most part, I would lose like 5 to 6 pounds a month, and then I had a couple of months where I lost like 10 to 13 pounds, and I am on Zepbound. I am on a GLP-1 to kind of help with like food noise and stuff inside of my head. I am upfront about that because my weight loss wouldn't be typical for someone who isn't on a GLP-1. So that is something that I like to be forward about, because I don't want someone to see what I'm doing and think that they can like replicate it without like the use of like medicine or something, or without a third party helping assist with all of that. Because 10 pounds a month is pretty intense, especially like the first time it was like water weight and stuff like that, and then a different month I have no idea what I lost. All I know is it was a lot. It was a lot. I did like 3 times, like I did it 3 separate times I think, where I lost 10 pounds. Out of the 80 I did lose, 20 of that was pre GLP-1. It was getting ready for surgery to get my gallbladder removed and making like little changes and stuff at that point. But mental health, because that's one thing I kind of like I want to address in every video, is just where I'm at like mentally, how my physical health is doing, stuff like that. So like mental health wise, I'm doing all right. I'm on an upswing. I'm not as depressed as I have been the last like month and a half. I think a lot of that it's getting outside more often, and also remembering to take my meds. I'm notoriously horrible at them. I'm gonna stand up before they decide to jump on me again. But yep, I'm out here just taking care of my chickens, getting out a little video. Gonna collect some chicken eggs, which I'll show you how that looks. Give me a moment. Hello, my dear. Hello, my dear. Excuse me. Excuse me. I need eggs. Thank you for your donation. 6 eggs today. So yeah, that is kind of it for today. Got my eggs, whole basket of them. Some chickens, some chicken drama, considering one of them decided to interrupt mid-video. So that is for today, and I will see you all next time. Later.